Hello, Heart of Tarot people, and hello, my mystery school. It's me, Merryl, and because we've had such an unprecedented year, amazing astrology and amazing world events, and I thought we needed to have a look and ask the cards what was going on. So I'm using my beautiful Starman deck. Looks like that. And because it's also the Capricorn full moon where we have to learn to let go, I'll ask cards about what we need to leave behind, what we're taking forward, what's the lesson, and of course a signifier card for 2020 and a signifier card for 2021. So, 2020, what can you tell us? What the tarot is saying as the signifier for 2020, the world card. I'll put it the right way, hang on, like that. There we go. How appropriate. This was a global event. This touched everyone in the world. You can see by that beautiful gesture this person has with the eye in the center. We are one world. Really interesting card. There's the coronavirus over the top. So this is what we can't do about it and what we have to leave behind. This is what we can do about it. The lesson behind it. And we've got one card for 2021. So what we can't do about this and what we can do about this. Well, it's pretty straightforward. What we can't do about it is judgment. This is Judgment Day. Judgment is the card that happens immediately before the world, when completion happens. This is the end of a cycle and a new world beginning out of it. And in this deck, that world is very hopeful, very Aquarian. But the Judgment card is when you have to look back and dig up the past and see how you went and see if you're prepared and ready to really complete the whole cycle. It's like Judgment Day was upon us and we were judged by our actions and all sorts of divisions came up or were exposed. All the cracks in the system were exposed and able to be judged. What we can do about it and what we're taking with us is a beautiful card, the Three of Cups, which is celebration. It's collaboration. It's also a very Aquarian card. It's about getting together with other people and having a common goal and celebrating how you got through, celebrating acquired knowledge and combined knowledge and experience. That is a really nice card. So I'm very happy that that's what we're moving into. So what was the lesson behind? What was the lesson behind COVID and all the divisions, all the amazing stuff that happens too? We've got Princess of Swords, Nine of Cups, and the Alien, number 9, which is the Hermit card. The Princess of Swords is very much a protester and an agitator. She's very much about freedom of expression. So one thing that we've had to learn is where are our freedoms and what does freedom of expression really mean? The Nine of Cups is a card of wishes coming true, but it can also be read as illusion and delusion. I've used the Nine of Cups as a coronavirus card because it comes in a fog, it's unknown, and behind this one, we see this kind of devilish, delighted woman raising her cup and celebrating, change and transformation. We've got the lizard or the goanna down here, the iguana. And we've had to learn about excess, about be careful what you wish for, about living with the unknown. I guess we've also had to learn that one of the biggest transmitters of this virus has been family get-togethers. And in Australia, where alcohol has been served, has been one of the places that they've had to clamp on our social interaction. So we've had to learn our freedom of expression and the way we socially interact. Also, the illusion and delusion that we buy into has come to the point of the hermit, of learning to rely on your own resources, your own inner knowledge and experience. The hermit is when we look to wise ones and good leaders for guidance. It's also when you have to learn to live alone and in isolation. So one of the lessons we've learned is how to live in isolation. And I guess the cards are saying we're going to need this for the future. We're going to need to know how to rely on hermit advice, wise advice. In this deck, the Starman, it is the alien. So it's all very futuristic, and it immediately this also makes me think of how others are looking at this world. We've joined the world in one common experience with a million different ways of it being expressed. How does our world look from other worlds? So how is this going to work out for us? We know the astrology is probably until 2023, when Pluto finally moves out of Capricorn, we'll see a big shift into this Aquarian energy. But that Aquarian energy has already begun. So what's happening in 2021? We've got the Eight of Cups, which is kind of a wise, sad card. See, in this deck, he's got this confusion. He's looking at a screen. Some of the cups are hidden, some are burning. It's about leaving behind emotional pain and choosing a new way forward. So it talks about having to let go emotionally. And I get a sense with this card that over the world, a lot of people are thinking about leaving things that they've cherished, that they thought would always be in their life. And that could be living in the city, using a car. For some people, it will be having good health. 2021 from this still looks like a time of adjustment, but we have more choice in which direction we want to go. We can continue down the same path, but Judgment card here says we can't go back to the old way, or we can move forward into celebrating, collaborating, finding new ways and new energy, new ways to express emotion and freedom of expression. So overall, the cards are confirming massive, major event. The World card is the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new one, where everything comes together. And for this reading, the lesson we had to learn was how we express ourselves, where freedoms need to be protected and where freedoms are being crushed, and what freedom actually means. Because with this one, it says freedom is in the heart, in the soul, in the self. Freedom comes from learning to live alone and yet collaborate with others when necessary. Freedom comes from developing inner wisdom from other wise people. And we had to go through a time of illusion, confusion, and delusion to get there. And I think this is also all the excess, because we come from this excess down to something really simple and acknowledging our pains within that. I've got my astrology cards here too, and I've just pulled out the majors. So I'm going to draw two cards on top of this. One card asking for the most positive aspects of 2021, and one card for the most challenging aspects of 2021. Because we are still in a time of reckoning and working out our next move, working out our path forward, being okay about what we leave behind, which is this. Okay, so our most positive aspects. Look at that, they don't want to come. the Tower, Mars. So Mars spends about 6 weeks in each sign. And we've got actually a really tough aspect with Mars coming up at the beginning of the year in a few weeks in January. Mars will be conjunct Uranus, and that is very explosive. That's in that first week of January when, of course, the US elections are, a new administration is coming through. And you can see from Mars, it is a warlike planet. It's a planet that wants to go out and get what it wants. It's competitive, it's aggression, it's violence, and it's represented by the Tower, the complete annihilation of the enemy. Mars in 2020 underwent a huge transformation. It was stuck in Aries for 6 months, and in that time it had 2 female consorts, Lilith and Eris, shifting the way we do conflict. One of the most difficult aspects of the year might be coming up very early in January or February when Mars is in that clash with Uranus and it becomes very rebellious. It looks like it's part of that last eruption of the very heavy-handed Mars energy that is in the process of transforming into a more balanced, collaborative energy. The most positive aspect of the year, let's see, is judgment, again, is Pluto. So Pluto is in the last stages of Capricorn, and Pluto is the god of death and of finality, of all that's hidden under the ground, the secrets, the treasures, the dark places, the corruption. Pluto is one of the reasons we had such a massive 2020. If Pluto is our most favourable planet aspect for the year, I'd be looking at when there's positive aspects to this that bring out Pluto's ability to regenerate. Pluto takes no prisoners. So it rewards you if you bow down and work with it. You can't fight Pluto. So the positive aspects are coming for people who accept the ending and are able to leave behind. You can see, again, with the Judgment card, it's got that theme of rebirth, of redemption and rising up to the higher level, of accepting your loss and being able to take the gifts that have come through your process of learning how to let go. Overall, it's what we know. End of a huge cycle. And we've got this beautiful celebration, collaboration, and getting together with like-minded people to raise the energy and let it bring back sustainably, give back to us. Goodbye 2020, you were amazing, seriously. Thanks to everyone. I'm Merryl Key, and if you would like to learn tarot, contact me through my website, www.merrylkey.com/courses. Blessed be.